welcome to the Manosphere Paradigm, the channel where we learn to level up health, wealth, relationships, and hobbies. Guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm seeing you guys are hitting that button. I'm so stoked we are getting somewhere. I want to get today into today's video where I'm continuing with the series and the article on Dr. Jen Mann, where she is giving some horrible advice to one of her readers that has written into her, where she is highlighting and saying to her, these are the signs that you need to look out for to see and possibly identify as your boyfriend being a misogynist. So I want to move into line number 9 today, where Dr. Jen Mann is saying that if your guy, if he views women as the enemy, he believes that women are out to take something from him. His money, I like to call it. He's saying his money. She calls me, ma. What's that song? They call me, mama. I'm in need. Yeah, she's a child. I'm gonna go there again. Way out of time. She takes me money. Well, his money, his freedom, his sperm. Let's roll back on that. He believes that women are out to take something from him. In the manosphere, we always encourage guys and we always tell guys to protect your meat. Protect your meat. What does your meat? What is your meat? Get out your mind out of the gutter. What I'm talking about is protect your meat. M.E.A.T. Your money, your energy, your attention, and your time. I'll say that again. Your money, your energy, your attention, and your time. A lot of times, we as guys, we accept lackluster type of enthusiasm coming from a woman, and we will entertain her because it's a lady or it's a girl that we want, and we tend to stick around longer than we should because we kind of like picked up she's just basically enjoying your attention, enjoying the spending time with you to a certain extent, where she's getting all the validation and you're not getting anything out of it, if you know what I mean. So we tend to stick around too long and we spend our money, we invest our energy, we basically give her all our attention and our time, and then after months, sometimes years, some guys play the friend zone angle for too long, and when she moves on to someone else, you're confused. So we always say protect your meat and do not you have to value your time, and basically your money and all your resources, because it's important to you. And once you take, for instance, I've spoken to someone in the week where I spoke to them about, if you're going on a date, you are not going to be going on a first date to an expensive and extravagant place because you want to impress her. You're gonna go for some tapas, some light snacks, some a couple of drinks, and basically get to know each other and see how the vibe is, and see how you can obviously enjoy each other's company, and see to take it and escalate it through your interaction. So if you read further, she says he has been known to refer to women as gold digging, 304s, we will say, or express similar degrading insults. He views marriage as a trap for men. So let me back up again. His money, I said, his freedom, and his sperm. Now, the last time I checked, when it comes to your sperm, he believes that women are out to take something from him, and they mention sperm. Why would they say sperm? Sperm obviously relates to the fact you're going to be able to, the woman, if you impregnate her, she's going to bear you a child. So why would she mention a sperm? Or not a sperm, but sperm. I believe it's because of this fact, at the fact that, you know what, there's a lot of times where women take advantage of the fact that they can get pregnant by a guy, and if he has some certain level of financial means, that she can get hold of some of that, because obviously she's going to get him for child support and everything else. But I want to take your attention to a case that happened in 2019, that was reported on, where a woman who impregnated self with stolen semen from a billionaire wins child support battle. So what has happened is that A 40-year-old Las Vegas hotel cleaner won a child support battle against a 28-year-old millionaire. They say millionaire, okay, who she never slept with. So she never slept with the dude. But what did she do? How did she get pregnant? Jane was 36 when she stole a used condom from a then 24-year-old tech millionaire's hotel garbage can. She inserted the semen inside her vagina and became pregnant with a baby boy who's now 4 years old. During the child support hearing, Jane confessed that she never slept with the young millionaire and that she impregnated herself with his sperm while she was cleaning his room. So, if Dr. Jen Man wanted to understand or know about the lengths that women are going to be able to impregnate themselves with sperm from a man that she knows she can get financial security from, and by getting child support from him, then that line of talking about sperm, a guy valuing his sperm and making sure that it obviously doesn't get tossed around and used in this manner for him to be liable and on the hook for at least 18 years, it's basically a concern. She goes further to say he has been known to refer to women as gold digging 304s or express similar degrading insults. Now, if a woman conducts herself in a certain manner, she dresses herself in a certain way, and she conducts herself online, and she has a OF account, and she does some spicy things over there to basically get subscriptions and get money from men. Um, it is what it is, and if you are a 304, if the shoe fits, then wear it. You can't get upset if you are acting and conducting yourself in a manner in one way and then and thinking the world needs to treat you in a different way. If you conduct yourself in a way that is going to put you in a negative light, then you have to accept those consequences that comes along with it. So if you are being labeled a certain label because of what you are doing and the way you conduct yourself, then you can't be upset if you suffer the consequences of it. Another thing she mentions here, which is interesting, he views marriage as a trap for men. She is saying if your guy is viewing marriage as a trap for men, then he's a misogynist. Now, again, a misogynist is someone that hates women. So, how does that relate and connect to he views marriage as a trap for men? You can go check out my video that I recently released when it comes to what is happening within South Africa, where I am, where the divorce law is being looked at and by the High Court because of a case that has been brought before the court by a lady that has been married for about 35 years, and she has requested and asked for some assistance from the husband because she's been with him for 35 years. They had children, I think it was two or three, and they've led a life and built a life, and they went their separate ways. But she financially is not on the level that he is, and she's asked for some compensation. And I too do believe, I mentioned in the video that, you know what, I think it's fair because if she has provided and supported him those years, I think she deserves a certain level of compensation to be able to look after herself through her old age. However, if a lot of women, a lot of instances in that ruling as well as opening the door for women that's gonna get married, sign a prenup, and say to themselves and say to the husband and the husband family, no, I'm happy with this. I'm signing this prenup. It is what it is. But then 5 years, 10 years down the line, if she decides she wants to get divorced, and although she signed the prenup, she can go back to the court and petition and ask for assistance and give reasons as to why she has basically she deserves that money. Um, I do like the fact that the court is considering the facts, but you know what? I'm just thinking it's opening a door that is not a good one for society, and a lot of men is going to see that marriage is not going to be a benefit for them because if they jointly discuss and have an agreement with their wife, and after the fact she feels that, you know what, I don't like this anymore, I'm going to change my mind, she is incentivized to do that, and woman to a certain extent is going to be incentivized to get divorced and is going to be rewarded by the courts if she decides she wants to leave. So that is, if you are saying to me a guy is misogynist because he views marriage as a trap, And for the reasons and the scenario and what is happening in South Africa, I've just explained to you as an objective person that's looking at the facts. I think you would agree with me that men would definitely be thinking twice into getting married, because them, for the things that they've built and the life that they built, if you're a guy that has put yourself together, you've built yourself, you've created value, and you got coming to the marketplace where you are looked at as someone that Kevin Samuels normally talks about. May he rest in peace. He always talks about a high value man. Now, a high value man, at a lot of people has an issue with that, but the concept is that you're someone that you've built a life, you have a network of men, you have a certain level of status, and you've built yourself to that level. If you're that type of guy, you have a lot of options. If you're a guy that has no type of resources, and you are bum and you're just struggling through life and you're going from paycheck to paycheck, and you're just not interested in smoke and do whatever you want most of the time, you're not gonna have, and you're out of shape. I have to add that, then you're not going to have a lot of options. You cannot complain about it, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you're a guy that put yourself together, it's going to be difficult for you to accept the fact that if you decide to go into marriage, and if you have signed a prenup, that is going to be made null and void by the court, and they're going to force you to then look after your partner. If you've built your wealth before, or you've built a life before you met her, you come together, and now all of a sudden what you've built together is not good enough, and she wants to have a stake in your resources that you've built up before you got married. Like I said, it's going to be a negative, and it's not going to guys are not going to want to get married because of that. And if guys look at it objectively from that angle, and saying to, or at least that's perspective, and saying, you know what, I don't want to get married because I'm not going to put my resources and my life at risk, where I have to get out of this and take 10 years to get out of a financial hole. No, you can't blame guys for looking at things objectively, and you can't shame men into doing so, into getting married, because you are misogynist if you don't get married. No, I think Dr. Jen Man, again, she is off on this one, and she is basically trying to shame men, and trying to basically, if men has standards, and men are looking at marriage and looking at going into a relationship with a certain type of woman, and demanding a certain type of woman, then she is saying that he's considered as being a misogynist. I don't agree with her, and I think that she is giving very bad advice to this young lady, because I would think a woman would be happy to be with a man that has standards, that's going to motivate her and love her at the same way as pushing himself. It's only going to bode well for the relationship, because he's setting the frame and she's following along with that. And at the end of the day, he is conscious about what is happening in his life, about his money, his time. And she knows that when they do things together and he puts out that special time for, she knows it's special because he's a very busy guy. So yeah, I just wanted to do number 9 of the lies that I believe Dr. Jen Man is telling this lady, and she's giving her extremely bad advice. And actually, she's the one that I think would be the cause of this lady breaking up with her boyfriend. Why? Because the man is a confident masculine man, and that in today's day and age is frowned upon because of feminism, that's pushing their agenda to say that, you know what, we don't want to lean on men, we don't want to rely on men, and we want to be independent. You can do what you want to do, but at the end of the day, if you are wanting to be on your own, and years from now, when you get to a certain age and you reap those results, you cannot complain and ask, where are all the good men? That ship has sailed, and all those good guys is most probably sitting in your friend zone. So it is what it is. I wanted to do this video just to talk about lie number 9, where Dr. Jen Man again is saying he views women as the enemy. No, guys are not viewing women as the enemy. They are just having more standards. They are making sure that they're getting into relationships and vetting women more strenuously, because today's day and age, in this Insta, TikTok, Snapchat kind of world, it is a jungle out here, and men have to protect their meat, their money, their energy. the attention that they give, and the time that they have. It is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you in the next one. Much. Watch 10 videos from beginning to the end. Drop a like on each of those videos, and drop, most importantly, a comment telling me what you thought of the content. If there's something that you've picked up in the discussion of that video or the topic that's being discussed and you want to give your opinion or perspective, go ahead and drop it on all 10 of the videos that you've watched from the beginning to the end, and I'm going to check that out and confirm it, and I'll send you a Manosphere Paradigm t-shirt to show my appreciation and thank you for the support. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.